everybody, it's Maxine English. Had a few teething problems to start with, so I've come on a little bit late. But not only that, I've got something a little bit special for you. Is a lovely lady called Paula Clark. She's been doing a lot of poems and stuff like that. And she wanted to do a poem, and she turned around and said to me, she went, "Do you know what? I've got this poem I want to give you, and it's about like fear and mindset." And I was like, oh my God, I'm doing about fear and mindset today. So, you know, I thought it'd be absolutely amazing. Paula, thank you, my lovely. I finally got to download it on my computer. So where I've got that on the computer. Hi everybody, it's nice to see you. Just great. At the end of the day, send this to everybody, because, you know, it's been a long time since I've done this live. And I just thought, well, if I can come live to you to help any of you out, then that's what I'm here for. That's what I've always done for you all. So, you know, this is a big thing for me to do this today. Thank you for all the loves and thank you for watching. Yeah, so Paul, I want to say thank you very much, my darling, for sending this over. She literally rushed it this morning, got it all done, and she sent it to me like 10 minutes ago. I went, oh, I've done it. Hi Chris, hi Katie. Thank you for everybody coming in. I'm just waving all back to you so you're all here. Sean is coming in from Greece. Sean, you've got to get your mindset sorted, my lovely. At the end of the day, I know you're not here. I know you feel like you're not doing a lot for the NHS, but you're doing a lot of things with your NHS SOS posts. So stop worrying about that. At the end of the day, you're doing what you're meant to be doing. Okay, so don't panic. I'm going to say to you that anybody that actually wants to ask any questions, you're more than welcome to. I will do the best I can to answer with all the things that I've gone through myself. At the end of the day, it's the reason why I thought I'd come live. I wasn't going to do this until like next week maybe, but I've had so many people turn around and say to me, I just need someone to talk to. You know, I'm one of the people that sign myself up for the NHS to talk to somebody over the phone, or to go and get their shopping, or to go and get medications, which is starting this week. And I just thought, you know, I do what I can to help people out. And you know, at the end of the day, hi Deborah, hi Kevin, glad to see you all here. Spread this out as much as you can, because if anybody that I can help, you know, you never know, it might even save a life. So what I've done is I've actually done loads of things behind me. Well, behind you, I should say, in front of me. And so if you see me looking up, it's because I'm looking at the next segment to go to. So don't panic. I'm not having a bit of a moment. I'm just reading out what I've got to do. Because I didn't want to just wing it with you today. I wanted to actually go through some kind of structure to see what I could do to help. Hi Nadia. Hello gorgeous Maxine, stay safe. Oh bless you, you too my lovely. Always here to help everybody out as much as I can. Hi Leighton's on the screen, hi darling. Yeah, so if there's anything that you want to ask questions for, anything that you want to know, just, you know, just send me the message, ask me the question. Because there is so much here that you can even ask each other, and I'll read your questions out. And then with that, if anybody's got an answer, if I don't have it, then we can all share and help each other out. Hi Manny, it's nice coming over from America. Karina, James, nice to see you. I'm just waving to everybody to make sure I get everybody in. There's so many people on the live today. I know it says 22 on there, but trust me, there's a lot more than that. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit what's been going on, because it's been a long time since I did my last proper live. I mean, some of you may know that 3 times a week that I'd go on to a show, and I'll do my show for an hour at a time, and I'll talk to you everything about whether it's to business, whether it was mindset, whether, you know, it was domestic abuse, whatever it was. Hi Karina. Whatever it was, you know, I would talk about it. Something happened to me last year, which some of you already know. Oh bless you, thank you Leighton. Which is, you know, I got pulled into a situation, and obviously not going to go into it, but I got pulled into a situation that I lost a lot of money. A lot of money was stolen from me. And basically with that put me into a downward spiral, because with this company that I was working with, you know, I just thought the world of it, and I thought it'd be absolutely amazing, absolutely brilliant. And the reason why I'm talking to you about this, because this is how mindset works. You know, as some of you know, I'm the most positive person in the world. I'm like completely and utterly scatty. You know, I like to talk to people, love people, give lots of hugs, virtual hugs today, I'm afraid. Yeah, so, you know, a lot of people know me that way. But this particular time, I know I can literally turn around and say to you that I went into depression like nobody's business. You know, how could I trust somebody? How could I, you know, be with somebody and spend all my time, you know, all my efforts and everything else. Sorry, I've got loads of things coming up. I'm trying to delete them all as I go along. Yeah, so it's very much that I just wanted to make sure that I was with the right people, and it ended up being that I wasn't with the right people, and it really made me depressed. And no matter what I felt, I just could not get myself out of it. So I hid. I just tried to get through it myself. Now, as you lot know, as you can see, I've got my book. Now, my book came out last March. I'm not plugging my book, I'm just explaining the reasons being. Now, I wrote my book in 2018, and it went live the 23rd of March 2019. Now, with my book, I've not even done a book launch on my book yet, and it's been a year. Now, the reasons why I've not done my book launch is it comes down to I was feeling so bad about what happened and feeling sorry for myself, and, you know, how much I'd lost and how much the kids have lost and what I couldn't give them, that it was like, I can't get my son to now go do his driving lessons. He now has to go 2.5 hours on the train every day to get to college. He has to get 2.5 hours to come back. You know, my daughter's not getting the time out that she needs because my daughter's got ADHD, she's got Tourette's, she's got abandonment issues due to the domestic violence side of it that she experienced through what I went through. And she's also got severe anxiety. So that's a lot of things that she's like that with. And the thing is, it was like, you know, because of everything that was going on, I just felt so bad in myself that what I couldn't give my family, of what I was actually losing them and what they couldn't have. And it's like, you know, it was just a downward spiral. I just thought negatively about things. I tried to go out and I just didn't feel like it. I had friends come round, I just didn't really want to talk. And it just got worse. And then last year, a lot of you know that I went in and had a gastric bypass done. See, the slimmer me. So I went and had a gastric bypass done. Hi Rob, hi Mark, hi Steve. So I went and did that in July, and then I had to have a sterilisation and an ablation in August. And basically with that is I had a lot of problems, obviously, with my health. Now that also comes down that when you think negatively, your health gets worse because of obviously the way you're thinking, the way you're feeling. It manifests inside yourself. So then what was happening is I was feeling bad about myself, so I had the bypass. I then went and had the sterilisation, and then I got loads of infections. So it was like I got 6 infections over the space of like August to the book is upside down. No, it's up the right way. It's just it might be back to front because I'm on Facebook Live. It'll be back to front. So I would say that I could actually do it, but it's called Broken, Abused and Left for Dead. But obviously because we're on Facebook, it doesn't switch it around, which is a bit annoying because when I used to go on Be Live TV, it wasn't the wrong way around. So, which is a bit of a pain, but I can always put it in the comments after, that's not a problem. Yeah, so basically it come down to that I then got 6 infections, I then got severe anemia, and as you can see, all my hair's been cut off because all my hair fell out. So could you imagine, is the whole of last year, that it was very much that I'd gone from having thousands upon thousands of pounds of money stolen from me, from losing a big family that I worked with, and then basically from there, literally losing everything, feeling like that I'd taken everything away from my family, and then going into a massive depressive state of not knowing how to get myself out of it, because every month them direct debits are coming out that the money's stolen from my credit cards and everything else. It was like every month I get reminded of what happened, and that choked me up. So I stopped doing all my lives on here. I just basically stopped doing everything, and then obviously all my health went downhill, and then in December I had a hysterectomy, and one thing led after another, and I sat there and I had a couple of conversations with people, which didn't happen often because I kept myself away as much as possible. Kept going to the 529 club because it's amazing. Whoop, whoop. But yeah, I made sure that I kept going out there and just doing what needed to be done to make sure that I wasn't, you know, sitting by myself, not talking to anybody. But I was in such a depressive state that no matter who I spoke to, I just couldn't get myself out of it. So the reasons why I'm telling you about what happened to me last year, yeah, I'll definitely speak on it later, don't worry, is because of everything that happened last year. I was like, how am I going to get myself out of this? I'm letting my family down. I'm feeling like crap. I just don't know what to do, where to go, who to turn to. I've got no money behind me. My businesses are failing because, you know, I've left everything because I just didn't want to deal with anything. You know, Party Crown was basically non-existent. Naughty Nights just didn't even get started. And my coaching business, I was helping people out for free because it was just like, I couldn't feel like I couldn't give my all. And so it was very much that I just thought, well, do you know what? This is shocking. And it wasn't until I had a conversation with somebody. Now, this is where you need to listen, okay? I had a conversation with somebody and they turned around to me and said, accept it. Accept it. And it wasn't until I sat there and I thought, what have I got to accept? Why should I accept all these things happening around me? Why should I accept everything that's going on? You know, where is it going to get me? But at the same time, it wasn't until I sat there and I thought, do you know what? When I look at my book, and I've gone through things through domestic violence, I've gone through rape, I've gone through being bullied, you know, my mum lost her child, you know, there is so many different things in there, you know, that I've gone through personally, that I was like, do you know what? How did I overcome every single one of these? But what I did is I then moved on to the next thing and on to the next thing. And I never ever stopped. I never stopped and just sat there and was in my own time, my own space. And you know what? This is where you all are now. This is where every single one of you around the country is going to be now, which is where I was in December. Which is you're sitting there in your own brain with nothing to do, nobody to see, thinking about all the negative stuff that's happening. You're thinking about all the things that have gone wrong and how bad this is going to get. And it's all about mindset. And it wasn't until I actually sat in my own thoughts and thought, do you know what? I nearly got broken last year. Nearly. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I nearly got broken last year, but it was only nearly. And I wasn't going to make it beat me. And the reason being is because I knew that I would get myself out of this. I knew that I had to do this. Thanks, Jason. I knew that I had to do this, not just for me, but for all the people out there that I help, whether it's standing up on stage, whether it's like my book, whether it's going to the 5 to 9 club, whether it's meeting and greeting people, whatever I needed to do, I needed to move forward for me to help them. The feed has gone for me. Oh, okay. Hopefully, let me know, guys, that obviously you can see the feed. Rob Marnie said that he can't see it. Hi, Andrew. Nice to see you in, my darling. If you want to share this out, that's great. If you want to ask any questions, you can do that too. That's not a problem. All you've got to do is log yourself in if it does disappear. So yeah, so this is what I want to talk about, is that, you know, this year coming for me is that I feel like the adversities that I've gone through in my life, it's like, I feel like I had to go through them. And then I always found that 3 to 6 months later, I always then would meet somebody. I can see still. Fabulous. Thanks, Paula. I always found that 3 to 6 months later is I would meet somebody that would go through the same situation as me. And I would be able to help them out. So here I am going through that whole situation of being in my head, not being able to work, not being able to move forward, feeling complete. That's brilliant. Well done, Rob. You know, I can see the feed, no problem. Greetings from in Greece. Fantastic, Deborah. Thank you. Yeah, so it's very much that I just thought, well, if I've actually already been through this, you know, I then can help you lot out of what I did to overcome the situation. And what this is doing is writing my second book. So this is what's happening here today, is that, you know, everything that's going on, my second book is getting written as we speak. And it has been over the last year. You know, I have got a book that's already being worked on, 365 Days of Positivity. Perhaps that should have already came out and actually been on Amazon already. But yeah, so it's something for me to get my teeth back into. So yeah, so what I wanted to talk to you about, hi Manjit, nice to see you, darling, is I wanted to talk to you about, apart from the acceptance side, I wanted to talk to you about mindset. So mindset, does anybody know what mindset is? And what you can do with it and how you work with it and everything else? Ask the questions, you know, put things on there and I'll talk it out, see if anything comes up. You know, send me loads of likes and hearts and anything else that you want to send me. But yeah, I wanted to talk about mindset. Now, you can get 2 different types of mindset. With mindset, you've got, hi Victor, nice to see you here, darling. I am very good, Manjit, thank you very much. I am in an amazing place, and I'm feeling very, very positive because this is absolutely brilliant what's happened. And even though obviously you've got the negative side of it, but we can concentrate on the negative or we can concentrate on the positive. So when it comes down to the coronavirus, we can concentrate on how many people that have passed away, or we can talk about how many people have recovered. So, you know, it is how you look at it. Hello to everybody. So it's nice to see that you're all saying hello. Now, you've got 2 mindsets. So you've got the mindset of a fixed mindset, or you've got a growth mindset. Okay, so someone's asked me, can I elaborate on what I do? Okay, so what I do is a bit of everything. So I have got many fingers in many pies. So positive self-talk, absolutely. Positive self-talk is always the way forward. So for what I do confidence coaching, I do coaching on fear, self-esteem, mindset. I also do life coaching, relationship coaching. I do start business coaching. I also do the broadcasting and presenting. Yeah, and basically anything else anybody else wants to give me. I'm one of these people that I can put my hand to mostly anything and everything. And anything that you need doing, long as I know how to do it, I can do it. So yeah, that's basically what I do. So that's me elaborating on the things that I do. And also I'm an author, published author, which came out on the 23rd of March last year. Obviously it is a bit backwards because it's on Facebook. So it's called Broken, Abused and Left for Dead, Breaking Free from Domestic Abuse and Suffering. Now it's not a negative book, because the book is, yes, everything that I've gone through and everything that I've overcome. But what it does do is it gives my hints and tips of how to overcome it. So basically you're getting a little bit of a intro here really to what this is like. So it's like, I've got this situation, what happened to me last year, and this is how I overcome it. So this is basically what I do in my book. So if you excuse the nails, guys, you see, look, I've not actually done the nail side of it yet. Done the face, but not the nails. So you'll have to excuse those. So yeah, so that's what I've done with my book. So mindset. So mindset is all about self-belief. It's about what people talk about to themselves. You know, how you look at yourself. You know, you look at yourself in the mirror and go, oh, I just want my hair to be right. Do you know what? My hair is growing out. Look, can you see this? Look, my hair is growing out. And the negative side of it, I could look at it and go, well, because I'm growing it, it's going to go through that messy stage. I know this, but I could look at it and go, do you know what? I'm not going to go live today. I'm not going to go out and go and do a bit of shopping for somebody. I'm not going to go and do this because, and I'm not going to go on because I haven't done my nails, you know, but I'm not going to do that. And the reason being is because I don't look great or my nails don't look done. But I thought, do you know what? Yes, my hair is growing out and it's going through that messy stage. Yes, my nails are not done, but you know what? I'm going on anyway. And the reasons why I'm going on anyway, because it's more important. It's more important than me worrying about all these bits and pieces. So, you know, you've just got to think positive about yourself, and that is basically what about mindset is about. It's all about your self-belief in yourself. Be confident with what you've got, how you are, and everything else. Because even though, I mean, I could look at last year, yes, all right, I went through, you know, all this adversity of losing thousands of pounds, that going into depression, that having, you know, all this anemia, having hair fall out and feeling down about myself, you know, that I could actually, all the operations that I went on. But you know what? You see all these behind me? The Hall of Fame, 100 most inspirational women around the world. I don't know if you can see those up there. You got those up there as well. You got Beautiful Survivor, Woman of Excellence, Broadcasters Award, which I got when I went to Parliament in October. I got Woman of Courage Awards. You know, all these different awards, and all these, I mean, this one I went this year, which is the Wages one, which is Humanitarian Award. So I can sit and look at, hi Nebula, nice to see you, darling, hi Alex. I can sit and look at of all the negative things that happened to me last year, but look at what I've achieved. Look at what I've achieved. And that's not me being big-headed. What that is I've basically got to get over myself. Yeah, it happened last year, it's moving forward. Manjit says, in mindset, got to believe in abilities such as intelligence. Talent, you can impact on your success, what you want with commitment and confidence and hard work. Absolutely amazing there, Manjit. That's absolutely perfect. So anybody else wants to put anything in, I'll also give you a shout out as well. And yeah, so I could look at it as though, and I was for the whole year looking at it of how bad things were, rather looking at all the good things that I've achieved. You know, and it's only me going through all these things that you achieve this kind of thing. You know, and I just thought, wow, you know, hard work, commitment, moving forward, overcoming situations. And it's absolutely brilliant. Nebula puts, hi Maxine, nice to see you back on form, hun. Oh, bless you. Thank you, sweetie. I'm trying my best. It's what it's all about. It's doing my best that I can. And I'm here for you lot, because at the end of the day, I just thought it'd be nice well, for me to be here and help you out as much as I possibly can. So, which ones have you got? Have you got a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Put it in the comments. You tell me what you think you've got. So let me explain to you what a fixed mindset is. A fixed mindset, I'm going to look up, because obviously this is where my paperwork is. Hi Iffy, nice to see you, my darling. Nice to see you on here. And I'm glad you're here, because you needed to be here. Especially after what I saw, that amazing dress that you had on yesterday. That looked absolutely stunning. Hi Adam, glad that you're here, darling. So a fixed mindset is avoids challenges, gives up very easily, sees efforts as fruitless, ignores useful criticism, and is threatened by others. A growth mindset embraces challenges, persists in obstacles, efforts are necessary, learns from criticism, and inspired by others' success. So which one are you? Put it in the comments, guys. Tell me, you've got a, right, Nebula says she's got a growth mindset, thinking of things to do creatively, absolutely amazing. Deborah says fixed growth, constantly upwards. Okay, so she's got a growth mindset. Anybody else? Come on, there's been a few more of you. Karina, she's got a growth mindset. Anybody else want to put theirs in? Yep, fabulous, that's what I like to see. So, what have you got? Hi Eula, nice to see you here, darling. Paula's got a growth mindset. So let's see if anybody else is coming in with whether they've got a fixed or a growth mindset. So I'll go through it one more time. If you've got a fixed mindset, you avoid challenge, you give up easily, you see efforts as fruitless, ignores useful criticism, and threatened by others. Nice to see you too. Rob says, feed when you explained each mindset. Okay, I'm just going over that again, that's not a problem. John said he's definitely got a growth mindset. Positive, negative energy, says Karina. Alan says, good to see you. Good to see you too, Alan. Nice to see you. So we're talking about mindset right now. So fixed and growth mindset. Avoids challenge, gives up easily, sees efforts as fruitless, ignores useful criticism, threatened by others. So that's a fixed mindset. Growth is embraces challenges, persists in obstacles, efforts are necessary, learns from criticism, inspired by other success. Good to see you all too. So let's go through some of these. Adam, I can't think which one I am. Jamie says definitely growth. Manjit, growth mindset, rather seeing setbacks, willing to try new things, achieving your potential. Amazing. Hi Richard, nice to see you. Eula's a growth mindset. Alan said he's got a growth mindset. Leighton, constant growth, never ending. Well done, Leighton. I know definitely you've got a growth mindset. So yes, there's a lot of you on here that have got a growth mindset. And do you know the reasons why that I know that everyone's on here that's got a growth mindset? Come on, you must know. Because you're here. Because you want to know. Because you want to keep moving forward. Because you want to do something about it. This is the reason why everyone's on here. Both mindsets, I think being realistic is important. Yes, realistic is important. Absolutely right, Rob. But then what you've got to look at as well is that when you look at the mindset, is that you've got to avoid the things that are going to be bad. Yes, I can understand that. Give up when you know it's necessary to give up. And ignore useful criticism. Well, it's got to be useful, so that'll be fine. And threatened by others, never be threatened by anybody. You know, at the end of the day, is you see it as a challenge. See it as moving forward no matter what. So yeah, it's very much, I've got a growth mindset, but I think last year, because I was feeling very down in myself and what had happened to me, I avoided all the challenges. I did really give up. I just like, you know, even though my head and my heart does two different things, right? My heart was like, I need to get out there. I need to do things, but I don't want to do it. I just don't have the heart in it. I just feel deflated. I felt bad. Manjit says to learn and shift forward. Absolutely. You know, and it was like, I was still, my head was going, no, Max, sort yourself out, get yourself moving. You know you've got to go forward. But my heart was like, yeah, but all the things that have happened, I don't know whether I can. And I just talk myself out of it all the time. Yes, Eula, I'm back. I am back, my lovely. Yeah, so it's very much thinking about it. Yes, I have a growth mindset, because even though I want to quit, there is always something that keeps me moving forward. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Growth mindset, but we're all still human. Absolutely, Karina. That is absolutely true. And this is the thing from last year, is I was upsetting myself and thinking, you know, how can I do this to myself? How can I do this to the kids? How can I do this, you know, to everybody else out there? And I'm just sitting moping in my own shit, basically. You know, and it was very much that it wasn't until, you know, this year, and I thought, you know what, I'm done. You can't keep doing this. So yes, the reasons why I'm coming to you, because the coronavirus has upset a lot of people. It has become very, very stressful. You know, people are getting very bored, and they're just completely just fed up, right? Now, the thing that you get with that is that when you've got a fixed mindset, the reason why that happens is because you don't know where to go, what you're doing, what you can achieve, and you're just sitting there thinking, oh my days, I've just lost money, I've just lost my job, I'm not providing for my family. You know, there is so many different things that are going on in people's heads, that what does the future hold for my house, for my family, for my job? And everyone is just stressing about so many different things. And the problem is, you know, Karina says, what are the positives you have pulled from your experience? Yep, I'll answer that question in a second. So, you know, what you find that the problem is that when people get that mindset, is that you get stuck, and you grow from a growth mindset to a fixed mindset. You go from, you know, being completely negative, because once you start that spiral of that negativity, you do this, and that is all you do. Every day we're getting updates. Every day, hi Michelle, nice to see you, darling. Every day we're getting the updates of how many people have died. Okay, let's look on how many people survived. You know, you're looking at, you know, I can't provide for my family, but at the same time, look at it that I get to spend time with my family. You know, and even though in the back of your head you are worried about it, I'm not saying anyone shouldn't worry about it. You know, at the end of the day, everybody's got their own opinions on that. But what I'm saying to you is that by actually accepting the situation that you're in, is that you will not go into a bit of a state and have a bit of a meltdown and have a worry and everything else. So Rob's put, depends on the different circumstances. Negativity can be positive if you learn from it. Absolutely. Criticism can be positive. Perfect. Yep, it's always good to have criticism, because then you know what you're doing wrong. And then when you are doing something wrong, you get criticised for it and you know how to do it right. But if someone doesn't say something to you about that you're doing this particularly wrong, whether that's in a friendship, relationship, business, whatever it is, if you don't know you're doing it wrong, you can't fix it. So it's always important to get criticism and accept it. And once you accept it, you can then work with it. I'm never jealous of others' achievements. Oh, hang on, missed a bit more. Hang on. Never jealous of others' achievements, and I enjoy it. I prefer focusing on something passionate about, and not just to move forward financially. Absolutely. Completely agree with that. Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you here, darling. Okay, so back to Karina says, what have you pulled from my experiences? Okay, so what I've pulled from my last year's experience, I'm following the virus news. Impact on your mind is important. Emotion, absolutely. I can sit here and say that my depression has tipped me back a bit because of raising 2 autistic kids, and it's constant challenge in trying to explain to them that they have to do schoolwork at home. Yep, I understand that. And I'm glad school rang me and told me that kids don't always have to do the work. Okay, I'm going to explain something to you guys, whether you agree with me or whether you don't. That is entirely up to you. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine, Eula. Okay, so as some of you know, I've got a child that's under mental health. She's got ADHD, she's got Tourette's, she's got anxiety disorder and abandonment issues. Now, I know for a fact, with everything that's going on, I can't she's got to go into a specialist school, but I can't always do things with her if she doesn't want to do them. Now, I could make my life absolute hell if I wanted to and get her to work 6-7 hours a day. Hi, Leanne, nice to see you, darling. And I could get to do that. But do you know what? If I do that, it's going to make my life miserable. It's going to make her life miserable. And all she's going to do is run off. So I know for a fact that I can't do this with her. So what I do is we'll sit and chat. We'll sit and play games together. We'll sit and play cards together. You know, we'll watch telly together. We'll go out for a walk. We went out for an hour and a half walk with the dog the other day. We made sure that obviously we weren't near anybody, and it was like 7 o'clock in the evening. So it's like most people had done their walks already. And I just took her out and we had a run around. We spent time together. Now, basically with that, I could sit there and go, well, you've got to do maths. You've got to do English. You've got to do that. You know, but yes, they've got to know certain things, but they're also learning life skills. Life skills is what they take with them forever. And I see it as though that I could make her life in hell, or I can just go with the flow. So honestly, I'm going with the flow. Because when you've got a daughter or a son that's got problems like that, you can't always do what you normally do. I mean, 9 times out of 10, she runs around the school anyway, and she's not even meant to be in that school. So it's very much that, you know, I don't push things when I don't need to make life a living misery. So Manjit's put, Eula, I agree with you, but see all the positive things happening. The government is not giving, oh, hang on, 24% deaths, and it's not affects the public. Just be safe. Yep. Hi, Beverly. Nice to see you, darling. I'm glad. I make sure, let everybody know if you're all safe. Let everyone know that you're all safe. If you feel like you've had it, then you know this is all helpful. You know, and we can actually do some bits and pieces and see what people are going through at the moment. You know, put all your stuff on now. Adam's put, I'm with my son now, and while listening to this, I'm playing games with them, and it's the best thing I can witness is a smile on their faces because it shows me that I'm doing a good job. Absolutely. And that's the thing, you know, so many people are worried about, you must do this today, you must do that. It's not really how it works at home. Not for me anyway. Everybody's different. Everyone's got their own opinions. So, you know, you do what you got to do to make your life easier in some respects, especially for someone like myself and Adam. But also, is you're learning the life skills that you get to be with people. So, you know, you've got that side of it. You just enjoy your time. It's not very often you get a lot of time. So, yeah, so talking about that. So, rather than being upset and stressful and worried about what's going on, and hi, May, nice to see you, darling, and what's going on, enjoy your time. Be in the moment. Okay, and what I mean by that is now is all about growth. It's all about development. It's about acceptance, and enjoy it. See what you're achieving now compared to what you were achieving before. Let's look on the positive sides. Life skills are important. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, May. I do try my best. So I've put a few things on here. So if you're employed and you're not at work, so look at it this way, right? We're going to do a positive thing now. So you're employed, you're not at work, you've been furloughed, whatever way you say it. Okay, you can call people, you can engage with your family, you can spend time with your partner, you can spend time with your friends on FaceTime. You can like video call. I mean, I had a video call with my friend Jane this morning. You know, there is lots of people that you can video call on and start and talk to. You know, there is so much more that you can do. You can play games with the kids. Me and the kids are going to play Uno later. Because normally it's like I don't have time, or I'm tired, or if I'm going out, or I'm going up to London for the day and I'll spend all day there and I'll pick my daughter up, she goes to bed. That's it. That's all that really happens. You know, so this time, yes, it's frustrating. Yes, I could be pulling my hair out and going, oh, kids every day. You know, I can be thinking that. But, you know, they do their own thing. Hi, Angela. Nice to see you, darling. You need to put yourself some workout videos on there, girl. And see some of those, get people moving forward and being positive. Yeah, so when you're employed and you're not at work, as I said, calling people, engaging with family, spending time with your partner. Even do yourself a date night. Do you know what? I had a date night last weekend. Oh, date night. So I started seeing somebody new a few weeks ago. We met up a few times, and then now obviously this has happened, and now we can't see each other. So what we've been doing is talking every day. And then basically with that, yes, I'm doing okay using YouTube. Yep, fantastic. Busy with my home-based business and development, reading my books, and was that engaging on a global platform. Fantastic. Phil said, great to see everyone coming together worldwide. Brilliant. Yep, I can see people. There's people in America at the moment that's on here. There's people over in Europe. There's all people in the UK. There's lots of people on here, which is always great. I like to bring people together. Haven't done it for a long while, so I thought it'd be nice to get everybody here. And as soon as you put anything up, ask any questions or anything going on, that's fine. So going back to what we were talking about, which obviously I've just lost my thing. Oh yeah, my trailer fault. Yeah, so with that, couldn't obviously go and see my partner. So it's now going to be another like 2 months or whatever it is. Whatever it is, it happens. So on Saturday night, we had a date night. So we had a video call at 8 o'clock in the evening. We sat and watched a film together. Hi Victoria, nice to see you, darling. Yeah, so basically with date night, yeah, always got to have a date night. Dress up in black, get your glass of wine. Exactly. So what you got to do, whether you want to make yourself a cup of tea, get a glass of wine, get a beer, or whether you're, you know, whatever you're doing, sit and have dinner together. If they're making dinner, you're making dinner. You know, you could sit there and video call each other and you can make dinner together, even if you want to make the same thing. That could be pretty cool. And we sat and watched a film. You can play Trivial Pursuit. We sat there and we sent funny videos over to each other as well. So we looked at those and we just had a right banter and a right laugh. And yes, all right, the hardest thing is that you can't touch and feel that person. But, you know, in your own brain, you can. You know, so we had a really good time and we actually stopped talking about 1 o'clock in the morning. So basically with that, it's like, you know, you're spending hours of that on the phone. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, you just got to enjoy the time that you've got. Rob says, all the best, Maxine English. You are a lovely person. Oh, bless him. Thank you. Keep yourself busy, trying new things. Yes, absolutely. Yes, get some training in. Keep the mind focused. Absolutely. You know, when the best thing that's happened with this, well, there's actually quite a few really good things that have happened with this, okay, is that you can still go out for your walk, your cycle, or your run, or whatever you decide to do. But to actually get that fresh air, make sure you do that every day. Because if you don't, and you've got your curtains closed, and you're just sitting there watching telly, you're going to feel absolutely miserable. Now, my daughter, for like 3 days, I said to her, right, for 3 days, you can do whatever you like. You know, it's your weekend, do what you want. Do you know what? She went to bed at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. She was playing games on the Xbox and everything else. Because I wanted to do a bit of a tester thing going on. And she turned around and said to me, like, you know, I want to go to bed when I want. I went, all right then. She's like, what? I went, yeah, go on in. So she was up till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you know she didn't get up till 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Lazy, absolute lazy. But she done that for 3 days. And then I got her up at 9:30. And she turned around and said to me, Mum, I don't want to do that no more. And I said, tell me why. She said, well, the reason being, because I don't have a lot of sunlight, and because I don't have a lot of light, my days are shorter. And I feel really rubbish. That's coming from a 13-year-old. So if you are going to be going to bed late, getting up late, keeping your curtains closed, sitting in your pyjamas all day, not putting your face on, not doing your hair, you are going to be miserable. And it won't take long. You know, you're just going to hide yourself away. Hi, Alex. Nice to see you, darling. And well done to you, sweetheart. Alex is one of the NHS sisters. So well done for you, sweetheart. I hope that everything's going well for you and you are not too busily rushed off your feet. Yeah, so it's very much so she was feeling. So if a 13-year-old can put that across and say that she was feeling like that because of her going to bed late, getting up late, not really getting dressed, not brushing her hair, you know, not cleaning her teeth that morning, whatever she decided not to do. Hi, Ross. Nice to see you, darling. You might have to go back and see this. It's been on for a while. I'm glad it's all going well, Alex. Yeah, so, you know, if you're going to do that and you're going to make it as late as possible, then you've only got a couple of hours of daylight, you're then going to feel absolutely miserable. So you want to get yourself up nice and early. Keep that alarm set. You know, whether you're setting up for 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, you know, do that. Go and have your breakfast. Get yourself out for that walk that you can go and do. You know, spend a bit of time with the kids. You know, help them, show them how to make lunch and do stuff. Oh, bless you. Janelle, thank you, darling. Yeah, so anything that you want to do, make sure you do that. Because while you just sitting within yourself, which is what I did, October, November, December, January. You know, by doing that, you get into your own brain. And then it's like you feel rubbish. You feel that you don't want to be here, that you're just fed up, you've got nowhere to go, you're going to feel, you know, stressed out. Everything, I promise you, I went through it last year, you are going to feel rubbish. So you've got to make sure that you set a routine and do that routine every single day. Whether you do it by the hour, you know, wake up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, get yourself dressed, washed, teeth, hair, makeup if you're at makeup, male or female. You're not fussy, not judgmental. You know, anything like that at all. Get yourself out, play with the kids, have your lunch. You know, do the routines that you've done before. Because a lot of people don't like change. They can't handle change. So when things change, it sends people into an anxiety spiral. And you don't want that. So keep your routine. So if you're working from home, then set your time to work from home. If you've got the kids like me today, this is the first time that my daughter, I said, look, this is really important. I really need you to be upstairs. I really need you to give me a bit of time just to spend with these people because they need me to be there and I just need you to go and do your own thing. Now, normally she'd be like, wah, running behind me, running across me, doing on the floor. The animals would be around, you know, rubbing up against my face because they want attention, you know, and it's very much that I've just shut everybody out and gone, right, this is our time. And that's what you need to do. It's a routine. And it's not easy to do. You know, routines can be quite hard, especially if you've got a child like mine and you've got animals like mine. But yeah, it all happens. So hang on, let's go back. Got some questions here. Right, Adam says, my question, and I'm sorry to sound negative, but how do I stay sane without having a nervous breakdown? My daughter, who is adopted, is being physically abused where she is, and I have contacted everyone. So I'm trying to see from the light where she is. I've contacted everyone from police and NSPCC and they are not willing to help. So I applied to courts to raise this before lockdown came and now the courts are shut. How do I carry on without the worry of her being abused or not? Okay, so your best thing to do, again, my opinion, I'm not a medical person, I am not a massive advisor on certain things. I can only give you what I would do in your situation. Is I would ring social services. I know they're working because I'm still working on schools with Jasmine through social services. And you also need to ring some advisory teams, parent advisory teams. You need to ring those. Also, you need to, if you can't get through to the NSPCC, and then go on to thinking, I don't know whether Childline would actually speak to you or whether she'd need to do it. So I'm not 100% with that one, Adam. So you can ask on that one. But other than that, go to Citizens Advice Bureau. And any of you guys that are on here that you feel like that you can help Adam with that situation, then obviously put it in the chat, and then obviously I can put it out there to you. But yeah, that's not a nice situation to be in. And do you know what? Domestic abuse has gone up already, and it's a hard thing, especially what I saw on here with the boxer when he was like showing people how men should abuse women while they open their mouth while they're at home. Yeah, you need to be revoked permanently. And if I can put that in writing and make sure that doesn't happen, that should be completely sorted out. But yeah, Adam, that's the advice that I can give you, my darling, is do whatever you can, and get everybody to put you in the right area. I don't know if anybody else has put anything on there. Corinna says, yeah, you still need a routine and keep the mind active. Absolutely. Phil says, that's true, make your day proactive. Your daughter has had this great self-discovery. Yes, she has. Hi, Kate, nice to see you. Claire, nice to see you. Hi, Katie, how are you getting on, my darling? Hi, Adam, nice to see you here, Mr. Red Ranger. Woo! Perhaps you should go on and do some lives on here as well. That would be amazing. I ran the police and social services and they are not willing to help at all. And yes, this is hurting me. I can understand that absolutely completely. There's got to be someone out there that can actually help you. I know obviously we're in lockdown, but obviously there's got to be something, whether you go to a manager of social services or whatever you do, if there is a child in need, something needs to be done. They can't just do whatever. Paula says, Family Lives or Family Lines helpline for you. There you go. So Family Lives or Family Lines helpline. Children's Commissioner, there's a Helping Children Services. They are working from home but working. NSPCC, oh hang on, They have advice teams. Childline for the kids, okay? Yep, I understand that. So there you go, Adam, from Paula. Got a bit of advice going on now, which is absolutely brilliant. It's all right, I'm just sorting the computer out to make sure it's all up and going still. So yeah, so you've got that side of it. Anybody else wants any questions, then obviously you can put that on now. Life hacks have been great, a great site and app, and look out for new efficient ways to do daily life skills. Hi Joe, nice to see you, darling. Yep, absolutely, got to have some life skills going on. What you lot don't realise, some of yous on here will, can't someone inbox me some details and I'll be willing to make any sort of contact. Adam, when you finish going on this live, darling, if you just Google those two and then the telephone number will come up. That's all you got to do, and then you can do that, okay? Be proactive, keep positive, do what you can. You know, the best way to do it is find out the problem, find out how you can sort the solution out, work with it, and keep moving with it. I will send you some information, Adam. There you go. Well done, Paula. So there's some information for you. Okay, so we was talking about employed. So employed, if you're not working, call people, engage with family, spend time with your partner, and obviously we talked about date night. Now, you've also got the other side of stresses that people worry about, which is if people have not been furlonged, whatever you call it, yeah, that thing, and you've become unemployed, you're going to feel how I felt last year, that you're letting your family down, is how you're going to cope, how you're going to pay your mortgage, your rent, what's going to move forward. You know, all these things that are going to be in your brain, you're going to be sitting there thinking, oh my days, what am I going to do? I am now stuck in a situation that I can't pay for anything. And do you know what? I get that, because I had that last year. I had that February, March, April, May, June. That was all last year, and I went through that for 4 months. And basically with that, you've got to look at the positive side of that, okay? Did you love your job? Did you think it was the most amazing job in the world? Hi Paul, nice to see you. Hi Lucky, nice to see you, darling. And if not, why don't you now give you the choice of you choosing the job that you want and choosing something that make a change. Not everybody loves change, but by making that change in your life might actually be a positive. You might have been stuck in this job doing, I don't know, what's the worst job in the world? Cleaning toilets, I don't know. Don't shoot me if someone cleans toilets. You know, I'm just thinking out loud. You know, and you know what? You're sitting there and you're scrubbing and you think, do you know what? I want to do better than this. I don't want to be doing this. I want to be, you know, I want to be something else. I want to do some different kind of life skill. I want to learn how to fix computers, or I want to be a web designer, or, you know, I actually want to join the NHS. Or there's so many things that you can do. You know, it's now time to make that change and do the job that you've always wanted to do. If you have that mindset, rather than thinking, oh my God, I've lost my job, there's nothing I can do about that, I can't do anything for my family, we haven't got the money, you haven't got this, haven't got that, look at the positive side, okay? So when you're looking at the positive side, and you sit there and think, okay, I've not got the money now, but let's do what I need to do. Let's move forward. Perhaps you actually want to go self-employed. Perhaps you want to start writing a business plan. Perhaps you've had this thing when you was like 18, 20 years old that something you've always wanted to do. Is there anything, guys, any of you that on there always wanted you to do something? Okay, Adam, you go and do that. Love you all. Is there anything that you guys always wanted to do when you was younger and you never got a chance to do? I mean, when I was younger, I wanted to be a bank manager. That's something that I always wanted to do and never really got a chance to do that. But it was just something that I always thought about doing when I left school. And then went and did art, and then got a diploma in photography and computer design. And then because it was like in 2014, 2015, I decided that when I looked back on my record of achievement, do you remember that, the record of achievement? Hi Michael, nice to see you, darling, and Lucia. Yeah, when I got my record of achievement and I looked at my grades, and it was because I was just a class clown. You know, it was like I just wasn't interested in school at all. And because of that, I didn't get very good grades. But I just thought, do you know what? I know I can do it. And I wanted to get myself out there a bit more. I mean, you can do this online. So I signed up for a course. And I got a diploma in physics, chemistry, biology, and forensics. What else? I retook my maths and English. Yeah, and I did that all in 2014, 2015. And by doing that, it was just something a little bit different. It's just to get myself back out there, learning a different skill. Adam's put, but to answer your question, I am a mental health first aider now, and I want to be a mental health counsellor. Well done, Adam. There you go. And I remember that conversation that we had last year, that it's something that you wanted to do. And you always said that you wanted to do it. And I turned around and said to you, just go and do it. Just go and do whatever you need to do to move forward. And whatever you decided to do, you went and started doing it. But oh, hang on. Hi, Dino. Hi, Tim. Nice to see you there, Timmy Burt. Be a writer and an artist. Nearly finished my book and printed 19 oil paintings in the last 3 months. Work slowed down before this situation. Exactly. So look how many paintings that you can do now. Look how many books that you can write now, Paula. You know, I know you're doing your poems book at the minute, and we are going to read your poem out soon. You know, actually I might read it out in a minute. Yeah, so with obviously the poems and everything else that you're writing, would you have actually had time to do that before? You know, and now you've got time to actually work on your business. Karina put, the job I can't do now is the side of the business I wanted to close anyway. It's pushed me to do something that will really help people after all this, and people fear losing their homes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything is about, like you put, everything is about a choice. We have the power to choose what we want to be. Absolutely. Exactly, Paula. So you didn't get a chance to do everything that you needed to do before, but now you're doing it. And this is the thing, okay? So if you're self-employed, good morning, Tim. If you're self-employed, it's very much that there is so much going on now that is unbelievable. I mean, I'm self-employed. The world is my oyster, okay? Now, put it this way, guys. All you that are worried about everything is I don't get no statutory sick pay. I haven't had none at all. And I don't get, because obviously I've been off for that year and everything else, I don't get nothing from the government. So everything the governors are offering me, I can't get any of that. So I just work with what I've got here. I could be stressing and sit there going, oh, but I don't. Because at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is, and I work with what I've got. Okay. Hi, Anthony. Nice to see you, darling. So self-employed. The biggest thing, which Paula went on to earlier, the biggest thing that self-employment people have a problem with is time. Time is the biggest thing that people say. So I'm going to explain a few things to you. I'm looking above again, just so you know, because I've got my papers set out behind. So you've now got the time to grow, to do new things, to be creative. You've now got time to do your business plan. You've got time to spend doing your website. You can actually write some online courses. Hi, Dylan. You can even go and do some courses. You know, you can go and do some online courses. The world is your oyster right now. Okay, this is your time to move forward. This is your time now to go and be the person that you want to be. Now, yes, you get lots and lots of ambitious people out there that actually want to do all this and go, do you know, it'd be absolutely brilliant, it'd be great, you know, can't wait to do it. But at the same time, you also get a lot of people that go, do you know what, I'd rather just plod, I'd just rather be employed by somebody else. It makes life easier. I'm quite happy just to go to my job, earn my money, come back home, but now I'm stuck. I get that. You know, I get that. And you've got some people that go, yes, it's all right, but I don't have family that I can speak to. I don't have a lot of friends that I can speak to. You know, I don't have a business that I can go to. You know, I don't have. Again, negative. Okay? Look at the things you got. So we're going to reiterate what I've said. So employed when you're not working, call people, engage with family, spend time with partner, have date nights, have time with the kids. If you were employed and now unemployed and you've not been furlonged, then choose a job that you want, make a change, that's something that you've always wanted to do, you've never had a chance to do, and do what you've always wanted to do. Okay? If you're self-employed, you've now got the time, the world's your oyster to do everything to move yourself forward. As this time, you have got no excuses. No excuses. Hi Manjit, nice to see you. Hi Pamela. You've got no excuses now not to do what you need to do to move forward, because now you've got time to spend with your family, you've got time to spend with friends, you've got time to, you know, sort the house out, You don't want to see the rest of my house right now. You know, I've just moved from everything was upstairs in boxes, I've now moved everything down, and this is my new working space. So this is the old dining room, you know. So you've got time now to do everything that you could possibly imagine. You've got no excuses now. So, you know, and what you've got to look at, right, is when you accept this, all right, hi Dean, my next door neighbour, hi. When you accept that you are where you are now, you can move forward. And life just becomes so much easier. Jamie's just put, fantastic inspirational talk, Maxine, thank you so much. That's all right, Jamie. Now, with you, my love, there is so much that you could be doing. And you and me, definitely you and me, are going to be talking. Because, obviously, I can't do nothing last year. Obviously, because I was going through. I'm not going to reiterate it. You can go onto this. It is recorded. Hi, Dina. It is recorded, so you can actually go online after and look at anything that you've missed out. Is that my book launch I couldn't do last year. So because I couldn't do it last year because of what I was going through, I was getting it all set up to do it for May, June this year. And obviously that's gone a little bit tits up. So it's like, okay, my book's been out over a year now, but I still haven't had a book launch. So I have now, rather than stressing about, oh my God, when's it going to be? You know, I'm running late with this book launch, I'm running late with this, I'm running late with that. I could stress out about it completely. I can now sit there and actually do a timeline of what I want to do, what I want to achieve, and how I'm going to do that. And once I do that, I can then make it a lot bigger, I can make it a lot better, a lot of people can actually get involved with it, and I can actually make a whole day of it and make it absolutely amazing. You know, I've got the time to do that now. I've got the time now to actually finish my next book that is 3/4 of the way done, which is 365 Days of Positivity, which is going to be coming out very, very soon. So basically with that, it's like, you know, you've got more time to do that. So Lucky has put, hello everyone, it is a very interesting topic, but I can't stay, just on my break, and we'll listen and watch later after work. Keep up the good work. Bless you. Thanks, sweetie. You go and do what you need to do, girl. And it'll always be here after. That's not. So what I'm saying to you is now it's your time to recognise the opportunities. Recognise what you've actually got going for you. Yeah, I can. It is possible. I'm going to do, move forward, positive mental attitude, everything you can possibly imagine. Keep it positive. Get dressed, have a date night, do daily walks, get up early, no more lazing around. Enjoy being alive. Right? Remember that. Enjoy being alive. Some people don't have that choice. You are the lucky ones. Enjoy it. Okay. Where can I get your book? Do you have a link? Yes, I do have a link. My book is on Amazon. And you can get that anywhere around any country. It is only in English, but it can come from any country. So whether you're in Australia or Europe or USA, you can get it from your own Amazon. So if it's like Amazon.com for the US, or AU, which is Australia, or .co.uk for the UK. Yeah, so you can get that. I will put the link in here so you've got that. Okay, so I want to make sure, you know, that you remember that. Okay, because there's a lot of people on here that have had people that have either had it, got it, you know, and there's a lot of sad you know, sides to it. But at the same time, you know, we've got those cases, and I'm not dismissing those cases, because at the end of the day, they are very sad and they are quite upsetting. However, yeah, you've got to keep your mindset positive. You've got to keep moving forward in no matter what you're doing, okay? You will find that you will cope better, you will feel better, you'll have less problems with mental health. If you get your brain in the right way, your body will follow. I mean, look at me last year. My brain was in a bad way. February, March, April, May, June. And then July, August, September, October, November, December, January, I was out for the count with issues. It comes down to physical issues. You know, your brain is the most thing that you've got to concentrate on, the most thing you've got to think about. Could listen to you all day, Max. Oh, bless you. You definitely don't listen to me all day. Okay. So what I'm saying to you, right, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Okay. A once in a lifetime opportunity. We, right here, right now, are going down in history. This is what the schools are going to be talking about in 50, 100, 200, 300, 400 years to come. How amazing is that? How amazing the fact is that you've got to stay at home 2, 3, 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, home with your family and loved ones, and still get either 80% of your money paid for if you got that. Yeah, or whether you're on sick, or whether you can change your job, or whatever it is. So much positivity should come out of this. And that's what you've got to think of. That's what you've got to keep in mind. Now, I'm going to read Paula's poem. Paula's been writing some poems, and I've not even read it myself yet, so it might be a bit bitty, so I do apologise because I've not even read it the first time myself. So I've got it on my computer, and I'm going to read it out to you. And it's quite weird because I said to Paula didn't know that I was actually doing this about mindset, and she sent me a message this morning. It wasn't until I woke up and I sat there, I thought, I've got to do a live, and it's got to be today. I was going to do it next week, but I thought, nope, I've got to do it today. So I sent a message and said, do you know what, I might actually do a live today. And then I sent the next message and went, no, actually, I'm not going to go, it might possibly be a live today. I'm going to do a live today because people need it. So anyway, half hour later, Paula sent me a message. Hi Dan, nice to see you. You might have to go through the last quite a few minutes that we've been live, talking about positivity and mindset. And Paula turned around and said to me, do you know what, Max, I've got a poem for you that I'm going to write. I've not written it yet. It might be ready around about 2 or 3 o'clock today. But it's going to be about mindset. And I was like, oh my days. And she was like, what? And I was like, I'm literally going to go live and do about mindset. I was going to call it acceptance. Hi, Dan. But I decided to call it mindset. And afterwards, she said to me, do you know what? I'm going to put it on fighting fear. And I went, we are so on the same page. And she was like, why? I don't understand. Well, my book, on the back of it, you can see that, it says, the fear fighter. So that's what people have always called me over the last few years. They call me the fear fighter. So I was like, you don't realise how ironic this is. And she went, I'm going to try and get it done. So she texted me at 10 to 12 and said, I've done it. I've done the poem. And I was like, amazing. So even though it's like, you know, she wasn't going to get it done till 2, 3 o'clock today, she's wrote this especially so you can all listen to it today. So as I said, I've not even read it myself yet. So it's going to be a first for me. So hopefully it's not going to be too bittery. Okay. It's called Fighting Fear. It comes at me with weapons drawn, clothed in black, a terrorist at dawn. Like a slinky cat with softest tread, it encroaches silent to my bed. But I am ready, for I am aware how cruel a game it plays and unfair. Fermenting blackness into the soul of kids so young and men so old. I lift my armour and lift it high, my tools on back of the hand, my tools on back and in hands I fly. To guard my soul, shield my mind and protect my heart so it can't find. My skills of prayer and solid faith, of hope and trust and not displaced. Oprah, Deepak, I call them, and meditation pulls me in. My body honed and danced and gym. I thank Joe Wicks for keeping it trim. Mary Berry, books for cakes, and YouTube searching for things to make. Hang on, next bit. All help me fight the terror without. I will not give in and I will not shout. To police or neighbours for going out, oh no, I will be more brave. I will be strong, I will fight this fear. That many are pulling oh so near. I'll kick and punch with an inner might. I'll not go down without a fight. Fear won't get me, for my armour is tough. And so won't you rise and say, okay, enough. I will not be fearful, and seed I will sow, of strength and wisdom and awareness you know. So howl up your bridges and get ready to fight the deadliest fear with all of your might. Love, Paula. Now, give this lady some loves and some hearts and some likes and some everything that you can possibly imagine, because that is absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping that that goes in your book. That's it. You send her lots and lots of love because she deserves that. I hope I did it a bit of justice. I'm sorry, that was the first time I'd actually read that out. Now, that is absolutely amazing. Keep giving her lots and lots of loves because I think that's beautiful. Paula, I know you're writing your book at the moment with your poems. I would love to see you have it on there. I think it would be absolutely amazing. Ask Paula perhaps to do you a poem. You never know. Perhaps she'll do you one and, you know, see what you need. But that there, absolutely brilliant. You were fab. Oh, you're more than welcome, darling. At the end of the day, I just so appreciate that the fact is that not only was we on the same page, me and Paul only met a few weeks ago at the 529 Club, and we got talking, and then we met at the wages, where we got the women and girls empowerment thing. So we met there a few weeks ago, and yeah, so we met there and we was chatting. And it was just like, well, it'd be nice to actually, you know, talk and do things together. And for her to do this for today, for all you out there, this wasn't done for me. This was all done for you. And this is what this is all about here today. It's all about being here for you. So, has any of you got any questions to ask me before you go? Is all of you in a positive mood than what you was before you started? All of you going to write a routine down of what you're going to achieve and how you're going to move forward? And are you going to keep the growth mindset? So now tell me, yes, it is a wonderful, wonderful poem. Well done, Jamie. So tell me, fixed mindset, avoids challenges, gives up easily, sees efforts as fruitless, ignores useful criticism, and is threatened by others. Growth mindset embraces the challenge, persists in obstacles, efforts are necessary, learns from criticism, inspired by other success. Go and be your growth mindset. You're very welcome, Claire. Go and be your growth mindset. Okay? Now, obviously, I'm here to help people as much as I possibly can. I am getting my courses sorted out for coaching. So whether, you know, it's anything that you want me to coach you on, I'm doing that. Obviously, my book as well, I'll stick the link in that people have asked me to do. You know, I do about fear, mindset, confidence coaching, life coaching, relationship coaching, and obviously business startup as well. So there's lots of things that I do. Hi Jodie, nice to see you here, darling. You need to go back and listen to the whole lot that's been on already. There's lots that I can do, but I'm not here to sell you. I'm not here to say to you, you know, you need to go and buy this. I'm not going to do that to you. Okay? All I'm saying to you is the reasons why I've come to you today is just to be here for you, because I woke up this morning, I felt that you needed it. I felt after all the conversations that I'd had, all the text messages that I had, all the people that have rung me, is that you needed a voice to talk to. Hi Hannah, nice to see you, darling. Hope you're all okay. And that's the reason why I'm here. So I'm going to put this on my Facebook feed. I will share it out. Now, if you know anybody else that needs this as well, okay, you might find that someone's feeling a bit lonely, feeling a bit lost, stressed, whatever it is, you know, you can help them move forward by perhaps sending this onto their page. Just share it out, guys. Just share it out. Because at the end of the day, this could save lives. You never know. You know, it's the reason why I stand up on stage and I do what I do. Because it's not about me getting up on there and explain about what happened to me in the past. It's about what I can give other people to say, look, I've overcome this. It's a positive thing. You can do this too. And it's exactly the same as this. I'm hoping that I've actually given you a bit of positivity. I'm hoping that, you know, you've all moved forward in some way or another and you've taken something out of this. I mean, how long have we been on for? Over an hour. Oh, Max can talk the hind legs of a donkey. Yeah, so I'm going to go. Claire says, I needed this today. I was made redundant on Friday with furlough in place and I always wanted to be a counsellor and found 12 weeks free course, which I'm about to enrol. Yay! Absolutely amazing, see? And this is exactly what we've been talking about. Yeah, this is your time now to be who you want to be, where you want to be, the person you want to become, and what your next step in life is. Okay? You're in the best possible position. You've got the most amount of time of anybody out of the whole of history. And you've got everything at your fingertips, including videos, YouTube, Google, you name it. Everything you want is at your fingertips. Just make sure you ring friends and family, especially the older ones that haven't got like the online stuff and everything else. Yeah, I know, furlough is in place, yep, but it gives you the time. And this is the thing, when you've got the time, you can then move forward, and that's exactly what it's all about. So I'm going to love you and leave all of you. And I hope that you've enjoyed this today. I hope for the people that needed it, you've got it, you understood it. Got a problem? Give me a call, give me a text. I'm always here. I'm not going anywhere. You know, if you want to buy the book, give you something to do, then you can do. I will put the link on here. Broken, Abused and Left for Dead. It's not a negative, it's a positive. It's about how you overcome situations in life, no matter what you go through. And, you know, there's plenty I've got here. You know, there's plenty here. Yeah, so whatever you're doing, enjoy. Be happy. Be positive. Keep growing. Move forward. No matter what happens, you're alive. And every day you should wake up and go, do you know what? I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be who I am. And I'm going to make the most of what I've got. I love you all. And I'll see you all later. You take care, guys. Bye-bye.